Welcome to the Cryptosphere. This is Cryptogenic coming at you. Today is Friday, September 23rd at 6:04 a.m. here in Northern California. Huge movement on the XRP chart over the last 24 hours. We're going to take a look at that chart to see where it has gone and where it is going next. We're also going to take another look at the Dow Jones Industrial and the Bitcoin price charts on the daily to see what the bottoms are and what happens if we break beneath those bottoms. I got a little bit different perspective than I've shared with you before, so we're going to take a look at that. But before we go forward, if this video is entertaining and educational for you, please hit that like button to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it already, and leave me a comment. Definitely appreciate it. But always remember that I'm not a financial advisor, so don't go out making financial decisions based on what I say in this video. This is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Thank you very much. But I will say that when we see action like we saw in the XRP chart yesterday, I begin to understand the psychology of why crypto is so important to our lives. What crypto does for many of us is it gives us something to hope in. And the human being was not designed to function without hope. And so, you know, what happens in a bear market is that you have something to hold on to, a hope to hold on to for an extended period of time. And that hope is that the assets that you've invested in are actually viable and valuable in the long term. And when you see something like what happened yesterday with the XRP, it gets exciting because it's another indicator that your hope is not vain. And so it's exciting that crypto does that for people, and it's exciting at moments like this to be a part of this space. I think the odds are it's going to get a whole lot more exciting in the days to come, but there's definitely a chance that things do not get exciting, and so we're going to talk about that as well. Let's go ahead and jump into this XRP chart. We're going to start with XRP because, wow, I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Now, I added this line here this morning. This line was already here when I opened up my chart. I set that as the target. If we were to break above this trend, the next target is here. And here's the key. If we could break above this target, this line of resistance, which was the next target, if we could break above it and achieve support above that target, establish support above that target, that would take us on up from there. But we've hit resistance there. So we exploded through it, but then we came back down, and right now on the daily, we're making a huge inverted hammer, which, you know, we still got 10, 11 more hours before this candle closes. If it closes as an internal hammer, then what that indicates is that we'll probably come back down to back test a lower level here. And that lower level will probably be somewhere around anywhere between this line that we broke and this line here. We'll have to definitely come back and retest that area. However, if on the daily we're able to break above this line and this line becomes support, then what ends up happening is we kind of come up here, back test this line, and then break out from there. But if not, we'll come down, back test this area, maybe bounce around in there before we break out. But it does look very likely that a major breakout for XRP is upon us. However, on the daily, we are super overbought on the RSI. Super overbought on the RSI. So there's not much room, really no room in the RSI for another major burst like that. The RSI, when it's overbought like that, the RSI has to calm down a little bit and at least come back to the middle. Hopefully we make another low, a higher low. We don't take out this low here, and then we kind of take another run at the top again. But for all intents and purposes, this is very, very bullish for XRP, and it's very, very exciting. And so if you've been holding XRP and you've been patient through all this time, if you bought more at lower levels, congratulations to you. Congratulations to all of us XRP holders. Yeah, I think there's bullish days ahead for XRP. Absolutely 100%. All right, going over here to the DJI, there's something that I'm seeing here that I hinted at, but I don't think I saw it as explicitly. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know if I said it or not. But there's a difference between a corrective wave and an impulsive wave. And the difference between a corrective wave and an impulsive wave is that for a corrective wave, if you get a breakout like this and then a breakdown, if it's a corrective wave, it will not break beneath the previous low. It just comes back to back test that low, and then it breaks out again. However, if it's an impulsive wave, it takes out the previous low. And if it takes out the previous low, the low we established on June 16th, June 17th, then that becomes not a corrective wave anymore. It becomes an impulsive wave. And if that's an impulsive wave, it indicates that this is a strong downtrend and that we're coming at least all the way down to the bottom of this trend. So if we're looking at the Dow, what we see is that we're in this huge descending, broadening wedge. Now, a descending, broadening wedge is a bullish reversal pattern. Okay? So my thought is even if we do break down and we come down here, it's still bullish eventually. You know, eventually we break out of this. Unless we break bearish out of this and this becomes resistance. That's a different story. So, I mean, bullish and bearish scenarios are always possible on both sides. And so we just have to watch this to see. Now, in our favor, now we don't want the Dow to break down. The reason we don't want the Dow to break down is because Bitcoin follows the Dow and the crypto market follows Bitcoin. So if the Dow breaks beneath this low, then what happens is Bitcoin will follow. Notice, looking at this Bitcoin chart, that it looks much the same. We had this breakout and then a breakdown. And the breakout started pretty much on the same day, well, the day after. June 18th for Bitcoin, June 17th for the Dow. If we take out this low, this is not a corrective wave. It's an impulsive wave. And where are we going if we take out this low? Well, looking at the weekly chart, we can see where we're going if we take out the low. Looking at this weekly chart, we're coming all the way down to retest this line. Down here at about 16,600 or lower. If we take out the low. Okay? So, here's what that means to me. What that means to me is, remember, Bitcoin follows the Dow. So you know how we like to look at altcoin charts and say, but the technical analysis that we see on the altcoin chart, it always submits to Bitcoin. So no matter what the altcoin chart says, if Bitcoin does something different, that chart's going to follow Bitcoin. You know how we say that, right? So if Bitcoin looks super bearish, it doesn't matter if every altcoin chart looks super bullish. If Bitcoin has a catastrophic breakdown, the money leaves the market, right? And so the altcoin chart, well, for Bitcoin, that's the case with the Dow, right? So even if Bitcoin looks super bullish, if the Dow looks super bearish, Bitcoin's going to follow the Dow. Okay. Now let's look at this DJI chart once again. Man, my internet is so slow. What are we seeing? Well, what we're seeing is that the RSI is in the oversold position. And the RSI is coming right down to this line of support. What looks like is happening here in the RSI is that we're respecting this line and we're going to break out from this line. That's what it looks like. There's not too far down that we could break out beneath this line because we're already getting to oversold territory. And if we respect this line, then the Dow's also going to respect this line. Right? And if the Dow respects this line, Bitcoin is going to respect its line. All right, folks, that's all I got for you today. But all I'm saying is there's two possibilities here. And the one possibility is this is a corrective wave, and I drew this line here to show that we've actually broken above this trend that goes all the way back to March of 2022. That we were beneath this line until August. We capitulated beneath it temporarily, and we broke out above it. And now we're respecting this line. If you notice, like we're sitting right on that line all the way down. And so it looks like this line is kind of like our diving board, our trampoline, maybe, that we're going to spring off of it and at least come up to test the top of this level here. And if we can break above that, then we could make some progress. That's what I'm seeing. But I just wanted to encourage you today. You know, it's cool to have crypto to give you a little bit of hope, but you need more hope than what crypto can provide you. And oftentimes, you know, we can bury ourselves in crypto as a means of escaping the fact that we don't have much hope in our careers, in our families, in our relationships. And so we put all of our hopes in something like cryptocurrency. And yes, I'm glad you have something to hope in. I'm glad crypto has become an encouragement in your life. It gives you something to focus on. And I'm not saying walk away from crypto, but I'm saying, wouldn't it be cool if you could pick one other level in your life and say, I'm going to establish hope. I'm going to establish a beachhead of hope in this area. And specifically, some place in your life where it just feels like it's never going to change. Like this is just the reality. But what if you broke free from that belief system? That belief system doesn't serve you. I mean, what if you broke free from the belief system that what you have in that particular area is all that you're ever going to have and it's impossible for you to have more? What if you broke free from that belief system? That's the definition of hope. That's the definition of hope. And you can have it with crypto, right? You look at an XRP chart and it goes all the way down to 14 cents. And you don't say, oh, well, it's broken and I guess that's all we're... No. Your hope kicks in and you go, this is just a moment. Matter of fact, this is a good moment. It gives me the opportunity to accumulate more. Well, the bear markets of your life are accumulation moments. What are you accumulating? Some of you are in a relational bear market. Maybe you experienced a divorce. Maybe you lost your job and you're in a relational, vocational bear market. Bear markets are for accumulation. What are you accumulating? What wisdom and understanding are you accumulating in this bear market that's going to serve you in the next bull run of your life? And are you anticipating the next breakout and bull run of your life? That hope for me comes from my faith in Jesus Christ. I've been meditating on Isaiah chapter 40, verse 29, 30, and 31. And it says, He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. And then it says, even young men stumble and youths utterly fall. Then verse 31 says, but those who hope in the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall soar on wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and shall not faint. He gives strength to the weak and it gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. That's the verse for me. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. And maybe you're weary and weak in your life. God has strength for you. And the strength that God gives has three components. First is clarity, so that you know exactly what you're supposed to do. The second is strategy, so you know exactly how to do it. And the third component is energy, so that you find the strength and the motivation to actually get up and do it. And maybe you need some clarity, some strategy, some energy to attack your relational deficit, to break out of your relational bear market, to attack your vocational deficit, to break out of your vocational bear market. My prayer is that God would give you exactly what you need today. So that's all I got for you today. May the joy of the Lord be your strength and may His favor be your shield. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. But above all, make it your aim to sleep in peace every night, wake in joy every morning, walk in love every day. This is Cryptogenic, signing out.